Welcome back. It's been literally 1 minute and 10 seconds thanks to BSJ.
That's Spaghetti Man.
Suns fan here with BSJ and the great mind Jenkins himself, the Pudge Master.
Is that how you would describe him?
The Pudge Master?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was the part I was calling into question, not the other part.
Prepare for battle.
Swallow your food, young man, before you
me.
speak.
It's so good.
Shout out to Pop-Tart. Has not missed a kill in about 32 days.
Pop-Tart, check Roshan.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Players Druid, for God's sakes.
All right. Still got the Aegis intact. I personally feel like I've had a combo with one of you. Not recently, though.
I feel like Yawar expressed his disappointment in you, Pop-Tart.
What did he say?
I can't bear to look, says Pop-Tart. Or says Yawar about Pop-Tart.
Do you guys miss level 1 Roches? Because I sorely miss them.
I kind of miss them, yeah.
The king is chilling in the trees there.
That's an interesting
Did you
pronunciation.
just call him Snaking?
The lies up on the hill. Scouting out.
TFT, says Eternal
30
Envy.
seconds to battle.
Once again.
You know what? He's not wrong.
In my opinion, he's not wrong.
SPG getting ready to ignite. Oh, Split Earth actually will land for Quinn.
You know SVG enjoys his life when he's a golden tier ogre player.
Are we going to see,
That's his
okay,
favorite.
over under.
He doesn't even play pubs too, so that's pretty impressive.
No, SVG
The
plays
battle
pubs.
He barely
begins.
plays.
Dude, he definitely
Excuse me.
plays pubs.
Over under.
On what?
Over under.
I would.
Yes.
So based on my statistical analysis of the distribution between analytics and data, I would say probably over for this game.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, Quinn's Leshrac
call me
versus
Dr. Maze.
Ryoya,
Yeah, what about him?
his Leshrac. Which will look better? Because Ryoya looked real good.
Definition of what looks better, is it the team that wins or the guy that individually looks
Individual.
better? Tough, man. Quinn's a pretty good Lesh player, but I'm going to have to go with Ryoya looking better on the
I feel
Lesh
like,
track.
yeah, I feel like that's half the wins.
It's the safer bet, I think.
Otherwise, you gotta be careful up here. Snake King is getting really down and dirty with you here.
Well, battery assault into
Deadly
decay.
Lies.
3 heroes. There's a
Lelis pops the fairy fire. Will it save his life?
It's not a Deadly Lies.
MSS.
like it will.
Okay, Mojo Storm Stout does get the stun on the creep wave beautifully, but the decay comes out.
This is 3 heroes to 2, and they're not getting anything off of it.
I like that casting.
Really?
Yeah, very descriptive, very calming.
Bottom is getting a little beat up here by that battery assault, which I learned is a play on words that I still don't understand.
I don't understand that either, but
As Brax did level 1 spear, interestingly enough. Don't see that too often.
Brian, are you having an aneurysm?
I am indeed losing my shit over this.
Well, Brax will be over in a few hours, so you can ask him yourself about this.
Yeah, I remember. Well, okay, I'm not gonna go pub details, but I got flamed by somebody for this recently. Here he is flaming Brax. Doing the same thing.
I'm gonna have to talk with Brax about his skill builds here.
What do you think about SVG only picking position 5 melee tanky boys? Do you think that's like, obviously it's strong, but is it a limitation when it's literally every game?
He doesn't do that. in
Not everyone's
pubs.
Poppy, you know? I don't know. He picks like Weaver and stuff.
I don't know. Very separate. It's like a different person. Pubs. He didn't say anything. It could be somebody else.
You know, honestly, it could be Ritsu on his 17th account.
That's probably Jack.
Maybe.
I have seen the player seemingly fall asleep at the keyboard sometimes, so it might be Jack. Oh my god, this sidestep. This guy is a born undying player. He has the taunt, right?
He
Like,
really
what's
is.
up
Look at
here?
him. Look at him. He loves life right now.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
my god, there it
Look at
is.
that, yeah.
Necessary.
I feel like if you
Beautiful.
taunt after making a good move, which you'd have to develop AI to understand whether it is or not, it should replenish some mana or
It
give you
should.
some sort of benefit.
That's a really, I think that's worthwhile for Valve to make AI.
I mean, they're developing AI for the replay analysis on toxicity,
Well, that's a good cause.
but I feel like they could transform that into something more helpful, which is enabling taunts to be more, beneficial. What do you think?
Yeah, my opinion is that I would say, BSJ, do you go ahead and agree with that right now? It sounds like I'm saying things, doesn't it?
Not really, no. When you actually listen to the words, they don't make any sense.
Nobody listens to what casters say, honestly.
That's true.
No, I think you're onto something, Jenkins, because in my opinion, it's just one of those, like, you know, 3-letter word phrases that it sets up expectation for the following words. You know, I have a general idea of what the next 5 or 6 words are going to be, and then you just say something completely fucking random, and I don't understand. Jenkins.
Okay.
All right, LSA will connect finally. Moo, not able to sidestep that. The question is, will he live and will he taunt afterwards?
Yes.
All right, well, 2 identical spells that are just, they look a little bit different, masquerading as something that's unique, but in fact are exactly the same in almost every way.
We're talking about Light Trigger Ray and Split Earth.
That's right.
About the same.
I disagree. One comes from the ground, one comes from the sky.
Okay.
Not even close.
It's funny when new heroes are introduced, or even concepts to new heroes, a lot of the flame is, but it's just like this spell. So what?
I
What's
would
your
like to perform a counter argument to BSJ's counter argument. I would say there's a bird called a whippoorwill and actually sits on the ground most of the time. It's a ground bird, and it's also penguins. And so these things aren't necessarily the same thing, and one comes from the ground, one comes from the sky. So how about that, jackass?
I'm sorry, I stopped listening a while ago. We're going to see the Fire Blast connect. It is a single target spell that is hard to miss. Brax will live, though.
SVG is just man mode on these two. He doesn't care.
It's bounty runes already. 5 minutes
though.
really flies when you're having just a miserable time with 2 other people.
I can't keep it on. That was a good one.
You know what else flies is not the birds Jenkins was talking about. I didn't hear the names of them. But
He's probably lying.
Oh, Ryoya is actually level 6 already. He's having a fantastic time here. Destroying Quinn in CS.
Is he actually 39 and 5 to 27 and 8? Holy cow. Ryoya Dota.
Speaking of things,
Good stuff, my friend. SVG on the back line here behind the trees.
The rotation, the 5-minute rotation with that catapult.
Yeah, of course he has Ignite, which will eat through that refraction.
Clockwork is coming mid, and Ryoya anticipates this. You can see where he has the traps placed. These are the likely locations for the rotation.
I mean, refraction's just not very good this game, is it?
Oh, Snakey! He knew!
LSA does connect, but MSS on the run, the battery assault, keeping him at bay. It's not going to actually get the kill, though. Fire Blast into the Split Earth. Refraction stays up for about a millisecond before he dies.
and usually, in the words of Galileo, TA's game is going to be over here.
Dire structures are fortified.
And Brax dies in the bot lane, so not a good start here for Team 0.
Yeah. What's higher, their name or their chances, Jenkins?
Oh, LSA connects again, and Diabolic Edict.
Jenkins, in your opinion, what's higher? Or in my opinion, what's higher?
I think... I feel like this is another Quincy here. This is a... Not the player, of course. That would be illegal. I mean, there's another Quincy crew, proverbially. They are just on another level here, it seems. For whatever reason, they've been ignited by that last game and excited by that last game.
That tier 1 tower mid is almost dead.
Yeah.
At 7 minutes.
If they could chew a certain amount, would they bite it?
If you said that, I wouldn't fight it.
Drow is trying to farm this camp. Will she be able to kite it?
Well, if it was a matchbook, she would light it.
And the tier 1 tower will fall. And the damage being done by Quinn, but the Chronosphere is there. Quinn attempting to run away. He'll be successful. And Team 0 just dropping dead every single corner of the map. You are in the middle of all this, though. So they will get a kill in turn. SPG, that. Oh,
The absolute god. What a monster.
His matchbook is lit. Oh, boy.
Oh. 2 much needed kills.
He used
There's a
everything.
bottle on TA. I don't think I've seen that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Well, they do get the top
Dire
tower.
structures
Dude,
are
this Beastmaster hero in the hands of Belayless, man.
Yeah, this
Imagine if he had less than 8,000 ping.
Radiant's bottom
that'd be
tower is under
honestly
attack.
very impressive if they could get him on
Dire's
that,
top
because he
tower
is in
is under
Brazil.
attack.
And the
Dire's
issue is
top
that that's
tower
actually a
has
faraway
fallen.
country from us.
Radiant's bottom tower
Indeed,
is
it
under
is very
attack.
far away. How many points would we get if the location was the US East server and we guessed Brazil? And
Probably
Geo
0.
guessed her. I think at least 200.
200.
Yeah. 5,000 is like the max point total. Right?
Oh, SVG's been caught out, but his teammates are on the way, and this is his job in a nutshell. Mars does activate the arena. He's going to get Split Earth from the outside. Envy gets the multi-shot off. MSS is in a lot of trouble now. Will drop that as a result.
He's there!
Said, this game's easy for
Looks like
Team Zero.
Team Zero's back in it, boys.
Honestly, I'm so impressed by Ryoya in this entire tournament. He is just like, you know, you'd think he's getting younger with his mechanics.
I really feel like old Ryoya, after what happened to his tower mid, would just say, I'm hitting up the Ancients, boys.
Yeah?
Do you know what I mean?
I totally agree.
Old Ryoya would have done that. But new Ryoya, he seems like he's very willing to battle his way back into the game. As a hero like TA, that's not very common.
How do you know when Drow has a double damage and you don't click on her?
That's a
Like,
good
honestly.
question.
When she has
There was
clarity.
one time I actually
Radiant's bottom
died to a
tower
hero.
has
What
fallen.
hero was it? Oh, it was a Zeus. I couldn't see the double damage rune.
On Zeus.
Yeah, it was
The right clicks of Zeus are what you're
It
afraid
was
of.
at 5 minutes into the game, so like it didn't matter. It did matter, but I couldn't see it, and I died to the Zeus. I was actually really upset about it.
He could not get the roar up. That's so silly.
I was wondering why I was dying to Zeus's right clicks. I was like, his Q's not enough to kill me here.
Do you have the Arcana?
Yeah,
That's the issue.
yeah. I couldn't see him.
That's okay, because Zeus is a god. Drow is just the lady in the forest.
That was pretty cool, man. I don't know.
Yeah, she is cool, but
I really
she's not a
want
god.
that Halloween Drow set. I would wear. I would use that one.
Which one?
From the Dire Tide.
I'm actually disappointed there's not any pumpkin heads today.
Yeah, there's no pumpkin heads.
All right, what do you think of this purchased by UR, the old Midas?
I say Midas Manta is the build versus Drow. Because you don't want Mask of Madness because you just die. Oh, he's going
He
S
really
and
likes
Y.
the S and Y.
It's Drow TA. I feel like Manta's better. UR won last games.
4-man smoke for Team Zero, Ryoya.
MSS.
Gonna find MSS here, walks right into the LSA.
Are they debating? Who's debating who here?
That's a good question. They're coming from the high ground. There's the Mars ult, and the order is extremely low. There is the spear on top of him, but the Chronosphere onto 4 with 0 damage follow-up, but there it comes finally. Quinn with the Pulse Nova dealing ridiculous amounts of AoE damage.
Slush busted it.
It's a 2 for 2 as TA falls. Brax extremely low. Moo drops dead as well. And this looks to be a potential team wipe in favor of Quincy crew. But Mars prevails.
Normally.
Prax is going for what? Greaves? He has mana boots. Oh, he has an arcane ring. Damn it. I got debated.
He went the Trankies build this game.
That's the cock build. You gotta do it sometimes.
Go Blink? Or is he gonna, you think he's going to go Yules?
I would severely hope he does not go Yules. They need a way to actually start fights, and even though Yules is like a setup, you need to surprise the opponent.
Some things
In my opinion, you
were
need to
just
surprise the
not meant
opponent.
to be.
That was way too forced, Jenkins. Give him a point. Thank you.
Snaking.
He might actually die on Laylas. He's only like a 2/3
Yeah, he's
or
super
1/3
dead.
health.
Greedy there.
That's a freebie.
And some boars. Those look like some yummy
I
snaps.
think he might have had over
Delicious.
10,000 ping on that instance then.
Yeah, he's
Sometimes it spikes.
definitely over 9,000.
Well done.
Thank you.
What do you think of Deso being the first option instead of Blink for Ryoya?
The problem they're having is Lush is not gonna die fast enough before they kill him. So I think the Deso is actually
Before he kills,
necessary.
before he just like turns around and kills them.
Yeah,
And they have a Blink on Mars now, so
he did go blink
on
Nice.
Mars.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, good. I feel like Jenkins would go Yules here and lose the game.
I would not go Yules.
Okay. They're smoking up. The boar is not in it though, so that could be a bit awkward. If you look closely, you can see that the board does have Beastmaster or a buff on it. So
Very interesting.
If they look at that closely. That's why Eternal Envy shuts down his Ring of Aquila, but to be honest, nobody checks that except for him, so...
That's too much work. Snaking might tank the gank here, or Perhaps not. Just using battery assault in the jungle. Very inefficient farming.
Yeah, that's generally not the strength of Clockwork. Be hitting up the newts. They'll hit them now, but not at the 60-minute mark.
Yeah, these are some awful. Oh, okay.
All right, Arena.
I like the patience
for the Lesh, but looks like he's just dead.
I love the
Bust is
patience
there as
from
well.
Brax there. He's faked out the spear, so he tried to dodge it on Quinn.
Yeah, that's nice.
That was really nice, yeah. And that's why, Jenkins, you should go Blink instead of Yules.
Because the enemy has a Yule.
No, because... Yes.
Okay. I see.
I really hope he goes Manta on Yuar. Against Drow Silence, TA, who's single target physical, you can't actually spear somebody who has a Manta reliably because it only hits one unit. I feel like it's a very good Manta game. But his build's already better than the Mask of Mana's Battle Fury. What do you think, Jenkins?
Yeah, absolutely. I was thinking maybe if this was a patch ago, he would be disassembling this into Manta Heaven's Halberd, which I do know is what Charlie would do against Drow.
That is what he would have done, yes.
I'm not sure if that's still
It's not
viable.
very good anymore. I think Void's a hero that the 400 gold impacts a lot when you're going a build like this, right? Because you don't flash farm or anything like that. Anti-Mage could technically still go for that build, right? Because 400 gold is maybe 20 seconds, 30 seconds for him, but...
Sneaky walking right up.
Well, it's a tank of a gank. Not the worst thing in the world.
Oh, TA is actually really nice for killing the Necrobook. The
Drow.
He's done.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Tank the gank and live.
Beautiful.
That was a lot of summons. That was like 500 gold worth of summons.
They do lose every bounty but one, though.
Yeah, because the other team has Leshrac farming. This doesn't work out for them.
Well, we found out the counter to Leshrac, of course, is to take the game to 60-ish minutes and give them the opportunity to win, but then take it for yourself at the last moment.
Death of Hank.
See
I
if
was
Team
taking
Zero
notes.
follows
Do you
suit.
have that in your notepad?
I do actually have that in my notepad.
Okay.
Good. We need a lot of questions for whoever wins this tournament. Yeah, get to work, Jenkins. It's going to be all you.
Looks like Eternal Envy. Drow seems more like his type of hero. She's supposed to show up to these tier 1 pushes with her team.
Blessings.
He
Radiant's
has a
middle
first item
tower
force.
BR jumps in. There's a Chronosphere onto 2. Envy's just on the outside. Gets the gust off. It's not going to be able to save his teammate. Rax does die, snaking inside the cause. He does have buyback, but yeah. Looks like the hookshot is actually going to keep Drow safe for a little bit longer, but look at the damage over time is just out of control, and Team Quincy crew get a 3-for-1 trade, mega in their favor.
I think Brax, if he had just panicked Arena, would have gotten it off, and that could have been enough to maybe win them that fight. Tough call there, tough call. As he goes for the Midas shot. Into the Roche. They do have the Beastmaster. Does he have a Vlad's on Beastmaster?
They have enough stuns.
He almost has it, but yeah, they have plenty of damage.
They're TPing. It looks like they're positioning themselves to try and contest.
This is so fast, though. Even the Lesh, like, Roche only has 50% magic resistance now. Brax looking to go in.
Oh, the Smart ulti's there, but Quinn gets the Aegis in the end. But they are going to find the kill on Delina to start things. And now Ryoya is here. The Aegis is already consumed.
Wow.
Lella's getting right-clicked down. This is a really good fight. 14-0. There's the Yules with the Pulse Nova activate. A lot of damage, but Quinn looks to be dead inside of the pit. Double kill for Ryoya, and they still have the hook shot to work with. SVG goes down, and what?
Instant blink for TA now.
Yes, indeed. Ryoya. Of course, that was all set up by Brax's ult.
Brax, what a call, honestly, jumping in like that.
Yeah, Jenkins would have had Eagles there.
Why do you think... I do
Radiant's
not...
middle
All right.
tower is under attack. Radiant
Oh,
structures.
he's got to be careful. MSS snaking.
MSS, yep. He's
Don't put it
oh, no, the guts!
Eternal Envy. He actually four-steps himself in to secure this kill. He's now going to die to
Alright,
Void.
yeah, and they're going to take an LSA. No! My goodness.
We need an Eternal Envy 50-50.
Wait, they're turning on Yuar.
This is an Eternal Envy 50-50 for sure. I hope he... I mean, actually, I guess...
Reddit
he
thread
needs
be
to die
made now.
He needs to die.
No,
Never
no.
mind. It's
Either
not,
he dies or they all die.
Alright, you guys can cut this up a little later. Just put it in your premiere or your whatever.
This could be a teaser for some of the...
No, you just have him dying later and you just add it onto that clip.
Oh, yeah, just edit it.
Make it look like it
Yeah.
So conveniently, he's like a level 25 drow dying somewhere totally different. Although, careful, SVG.
That's Brax. Good. Brax has about 500 ping right now, it seems, but it's not going to matter as Ryoya just rips right through that fat, juicy ogre.
He's going to kill all the... Oh, okay, I like that.
Debating a little bit there.
Has the haste turn, so he's willing to get slowed a little bit because it doesn't work, Jenkins.
Only a 1k net worth lead for Quincy Crew, and this is with a Leshrac, who is farming quite well.
So he actually finished the Sanjanyasha. Is he going to disassemble into the halberd?
That is the question.
This would be about the best game ever to do it. But
he does have something coming on the courier, so I suppose we'll see. Oh, that's
the Vambrace.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
You're saying Manta Halberd?
Yeah.
It's
pretty good.
Great against Drow TAs, two ranged heroes. Physical damage, of course.
And now we have a smoke on the side of Quincy Crew.
Did they see?
I'm not sure if they saw it.
You can see the animation if it's in vision.
Either way, they're in really good position if they were to peruse towards that area.
But top tower for free for Quincy, either way.
Is under attack.
They might try to get the trade bottom, but Lesh just pushes so fast.
Radiant's bottom
So there's Envy.
is under attack.
They already took the tower.
Radiant
They have forward on the side of the Dire. They had forward on Dire, but they didn't use it. Are they going to force the issue here? Because it is 1930, and Dire, excuse me, did not take the Radiant Shrine. Oh my god, Outpost, what is going on with me? I'm suffering from early onset dementia, just like,
okay, that makes 3 of us.
Guess that's contagious.
I think sorry about that.
Both teams trade Outposts. This Beastmaster hero is just so hard to play against, man.
Is under attack.
Anybody that gets caught alone just dies.
Oh, Envy? He's a little far up there.
He's actually totally on his own. It's a trap.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
This is such an Envy place to be standing.
Ryoya showing on the other side now.
Quinn definitely thinks he has like 4 teammates behind him.
100%.
There's just no way he'd be doing that.
I would love to hear calms when he sees Ryoya mid. God, he was alone.
What do you think about
I can picture that in Quinn's voice.
What do you think about the Yules into Ags on Lesh this game? The no armor items against TA Drow.
I feel like this is just the epic Lesh build, you know? Did he take the armor talent?
He skipped it. He will have 4 armor after.
Well, he should go for it, I think.
I'm pretty surprised he skipped the value point in it earlier, but I guess it doesn't help the farm, so.
I mean, Lesh has pretty good armor, actually. Look at his armor.
I told you he has high armor. You're the one that said he has a low base armor.
Well, I mean, that's mostly stat gain there.
He has 4.5 base armor.
Yeah, but it would still be majority stat gain. 4 divided by 11.
Can you guys get a room?
Dire's top tower is
How does
under
that get a
attack.
room? We're bickering at each other.
We do have a room.
I'll sleep on it.
Can you in sleep get
Just let it fester overnight.
Oh, Brax gonna pop the smoke, jumps in with the arena, spear connects onto the Beastmaster. Take a Laguna blade to the back of the face, but will actually live through this engagement. They find 2 kills
Dire's
pretty
top
much
tower is
immediately.
under attack.
SVG's in trouble.
SVG,
that a
hook
hook?
shot.
Did that hook through a zombie? I feel like it's not supposed to do that.
The zombies have no flesh. So what would you hook to exactly?
The tendons, I believe.
Oh, that's gross. Are you saying the hook attaches to people's tendons? I was thinking like armor.
I'm thinking of Pudge Hook, probably.
Radiant's middle tower
that
is
is
under
true.
Either way,
attack.
that's 3 kills, and anytime a Drow lineup is able to get a little bit of an advantage, that means a tower, usually, or an objective of some sort.
Will Eternal Envy force high ground? That
Radiant's middle
sounds
tower
like
has
Eternal Envy. Nope, he's gonna back off. And TB bottom to look for a kill on Lesh, who is, oh my god, the blind spear when he's actually just TPing out in lane. I respect that though. I was kind of harping on Quincy Crew in the earlier games this series for not going for these blind stuns on TPing targets, and I admire. You miss every spear you don't throw, Jenkins.
I've heard that one before.
Especially when you have a Yule.
That was Michael Jordan that said that?
Yeah.
He's very famous for his 3-pointers.
The irony is that we're like in this finals where we have more viewers than normal, and half the people have no idea what the hell.
A lot of insight. You guys are gonna have to look back on the VODs to understand the inside jokes here.
I feel like there's
levels upon levels of meta going on.
Usually
here
people don't know what the hell we're saying anyway.
But half the stuff we've said before, and we're repeating the same jokes, and To us, it's only amusing because we've said the same joke 17 times in the last 5 years.
I mean, that's when you say the same joke a million times in a row, it gets funnier each time.
That is proven science. I studied that in my degree.
In my opinion,
there's the arena. Looks like he's gonna be able to spear Yawar into the Gust, now into the multi-shot of the time walk into the Chronosphere now. Onto 2 heroes. Brax just on the outside, but they've lost the Beastmaster. Time walking back out is Yawar.
Is huge.
Look at the damage coming from TA. What? The multicast keeping her in place. Looks like Ryoya is gonna end up dropping as a result. 2 for 2. Quinn with very little mana to work with, but it looks like Quincy Crew will come out on top of this fight.
How does he have mana boots back on dying? Like, where does he find the time?
Extremely huge.
I will say though that that Gust was about quarter-inch short of hitting that Faceless Void.
Oh, I thought he did hit it.
No, it was. He actually did not hit it, but he had a Manta
Dire's
anyways.
middle tower is under
So
attack.
I guess it wouldn't have worked anyway.
You know, the interesting thing about fighting and having like a great tombstone there is that you're fighting into a Leshrac, right? This hero wants to take these long engagements against you anyway, so you're kind of baited by this high ground tombstone that's stacking tons of zombies in this small space. It's like, oh, they're all in this small space, and then you group in this small space, and Leshrac is like, they're all in this small space, you know, and they both want the same thing, but Leshrac's just a more busted hero.
I will say that I think Faceless Void might be the worst target to catch with the Arena Spear, because he's pretty much the only one I don't think they can reliably
did do
burst.
this disassemble thing, actually.
Yeah, he did. Jenkins would have had the correct build this game if he was playing carry, but on offlane he would have built Eels.
Are you serious? What is this bullshit?
Do you like the build after this? Going for, I think he had a Scotty.
Yeah, that's
lined up.
That's the build. Scotty.
That is exactly what we said last time we saw Faceless Void versus Drow, isn't it? The Manta Scotty?
Actually, after that, it's usually like satanic eggs. That's usually what.
Your whole purpose on Void here, since you have a Lesh dealing the damage, is to just be in the face of the Drow. Like, that is your job. You don't have to actually kill the Drow, because she won't kill you.
Find an easy pick off onto MSS, but Quinn's gonna find Snake King in turn.
One.
Oh, wait for it. They're gonna make him chase. Snake King, no.
Yeah, luckily that hits through fog, so
Your desolation
no blind stun required.
are one.
That's a lot of free attack speed for Void this game, though, so no damage items. He'll still be dishing it out with the Bloodlust plus Beastmaster plus Vlad's.
Dire are scattered.
Is he going solar on Layla's now? Oh no, Blink. Blink's pretty good too.
This is all right. Second rush of the game. They don't have the rocket flare to get a little bit of vision here.
Do they know? Will Brax YOLO it once again? No Chronos.
Roshan is not.
Oh, they haven't.
Only about half health. Here's the Mars Arena. It's just outside. He misses the spear, but it's going to be enough to take out the Ogre Magic. BKB up. Yawar gets the Chronosphere onto 2, but focus on the Tombstone instead. Looks like Brax does die as the Clockwork is coming back. Buyback now onto Brax, along with the Ogre Magi. Yawar finally pops the Manta to take off Gust.
Roche is still alive. Can we check Pop Turn?
Yeah, Roshan
Okay.
is still alive at half health, so not too much. Not close enough to really go for it again, I don't think.
That might be the only realistic request for the check of Roche.
So at this point, I think you're pretty okay fighting into Quincy.
Yeah, they have 3 big ults down.
Do they have Tombstone? I don't think Tombstone.
Oh, hook shot. Yawar just dead. He had buyback, but of course no Chronosphere to work with. Expect the Eternal Envy team to go for Roach as always. Question is, can Quincy Crew do something about this? There's the buyback now. Snake King getting LSA'd inside the pit. The gut onto the Leshrac, but Laguna Blade onto Brax means that they're going to lose 2.
They just have so much damage on the Radiant side.
Yawar is already here. You're seeing the time dilation go to work. And this is going to be easy pickings for Quincy Crew.
That is everybody. They're all dead.
That's looking like a fresh GG, boys.
Quite possibly.
When you have a TA draw lineup and this happens on the second Roche, that is not a recipe for success.
Keep in mind, the Agnum Scepter was delivered just before that fight for Quinn.
Yeah, it had been killed on the courier. But it delayed his timing quite a bit.
Aegis himself. Oh, sorry, Yawar takes it because of the buyback.
Yeah.
He
has a Ghost Scepter on Lesh. I like that.
Attack.
Yeah, sure. I mean, no armor items. Just go Ghost. Be literally immune to
They have only clockwork magic damage because Mars is like Spear Arena's like whatever.
Dire's
not
top
enough.
tower is under attack.
Ooh, Orb of Destruction with the Scotty. That's gonna be insane.
Yeah, that's real nice.
Not sure we'll get to Havoc Hammer this game.
I don't think it's gonna get to that point. I really don't.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Quinn holding She's now.
Illusion Urn is a second Manta for Void, so he might be able to debate them with the Manta thinking they can silence him. And then just use the
Hairkit too. Jeez.
Dire's
That
middle
means they have a
tower
couple
is
of,
under attack.
Screw-ups where they can still protect against the Drow TA on high ground.
I don't believe any tier 3 items yet either for Team 0.
I think Team Zero's comeback time is the 37-minute mark.
Yep, Havoc Hammer needs to drop 4 Brax. Oh, Gust will miss. Multi-shot, a little bit of residual damage to Lelis, but he'll walk it off.
God, Drow
Yo,
is
yeah.
so awful in a game like this. She does.
Now they're gonna jump in onto Moo. Stuns galore. Laguna Blade finishes him off. He's gonna buy back into the game though. Look at Yawar. He's dropping like a rock, but jumps back in, gets rid of most of that damage. Kronos loses 2 heroes. Finally, the roar comes through, and that's the Drow taking it to the fountain.
Damage on
And this looks to be just about it. Rioya's still doing a lot of damage, but he is completely outnumbered right now. Yawar.
He's gonna die to zombies, I think.
Quinn, okay.
A lot of zombies.
That's about, I would say that's about 8 zombies. Maybe, no, that's about 12 now. They're starting to stack up pretty nicely as the Aegis is consumed. Rioya attempting to run away, but...
Still a tier 2 tower, guys.
Yep, that is true.
Dire's middle tower is under
Straight
attack.
back to no printer.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
That's a good one.
I heard that in a rap song.
Dire's structures are fortified.
I doubt that.
Only rap I've heard recently is coming from Jenkins.
People don't wrap up fax machines. That's stupid.
You're gonna get to tier 3. Well,
No.
it is most likely deniable though.
Once it gets Scotty AC, this game's like, I think he's almost already to the Scotty. He just locks on the Drow. She can never run away. He's got the low cooldown Time Walk, right? That's the one he took. Yeah.
Time is money.
Classic build. Yeah, this is the Charlie Drow.
The Charlie pioneered non-Mask of Madness Battle Fury Faces Void build.
He's never gonna hear the end of that because he invented.
He literally invented the build, yeah. Like, we are giving credit to him for not doing the build he invented.
All right, tier 3 items finally coming for Team 0. It's Paladin, so not the best this game.
Imagine like writing
Radiant's top tower is
formula
under
for the
attack.
Nobel Prize and then doing the math without using.
That'd be absolutely insane to me.
Yeah, that would be.
Boggle my mind.
As we sit here waiting for this inevitable push coming out from Quincy Crew, they need the Scotty plus Chronosphere on the Void. I'm pretty sure that's their timing. Sell the Wraith Band. Easy Scotty. He does know this time around that he has Chrono in 10 seconds.
Smoke 2 on
God,
0.
he is so tanky. 3,000 HP.
Waiting for it on the courier.
And once he gets that AC, he actually has
Gem as
effective
well.
HP against the Drow.
Oh, okay. So yeah, this is like the final smoke. That's
Is
why
it the final countdown to the final smoke?
I think it is. That's why I got the gem when they
Count us down.
5, 4, 3.
Oh, smoke
2,
versus smoke.
1.
It's gonna pop. Brax
was really
misses
well
the spear to start things off, and he gets the arena off, but dies shortly after. Chronosphere.
He actually just hits the
It's just used for the tombstone. It's more important than killing the Drow Ranger. Probably worth more money at this point as well as Drow getting pounded down the Laguna Blade, and that's gonna be GG.
Wow.
Is that a
Started
straight
out-
disrespect for Yawar to just hit the tombstone every time he Chronos the Drow?
Radiant
Oh, there it went right to the fountain.